What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to some more Spock Plays. It is the season of the Steam Next Fest, and as such, there is a lot of hot and ready demos for new games coming out. And one of them just happens to be some that I was highly awaiting, to put it lightly. This that we're taking a look at today is called Dungeons of Dusk, and if you're familiar with the channel, it should be a no-brainer that we're looking at this. I love Dusk, I love boomer shooters, and I also love dungeon crawlers. So when I saw that this was announced, it was a no-brainer for me that I was going to check it out. And I'm really stoked that they put a demo out for the Steam Next Fest. I didn't even know that this was going to be included, and honestly, I didn't even know that Steam Next Fest was coming up again, because they seem to have quite a few of them a year. But yeah, this is just a kind of old-school dungeon crawler in the theme of Dusk. I don't know what else there is to say about it. I've taken a look at a couple of videos, but I don't know too much about it, so this is going to be a first look, just kind of trying to see how it plays and feels. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and you'll immediately notice that, like, listen to this right here, listen to this. If you're familiar with Dusk, you know those sounds. Those are the Dusk menu sounds, which are quite good. So hoping the music and the rest of the styling is quite the same. You can see we have the famous chainsaw kind of Leatherface type guy on the left there, who's been unfortunately axed. One of the crazy enemies from the game. We really should do a playthrough of Dusk, but we already did some custom levels on the channel, and, you know, I can't get enough of the game. I really would love for them to release a sequel or something like that. So New Blood, if you're listening, please provide us with more content. You guys are the bomb. Let's get into a new game. So it looks like there's a few different modes. There's a campaign, there's a survival mode, which offers permadeath and randomly generated dungeons. There's this arena mode, which you have to beat the main campaign for. There's a boss rush. And yeah, so I don't know how much we actually get in the demo itself, but we will soon find out. It looks like if you select the Dusk Mirror difficulty, you can't back out. You're stuck into that. You leave the ruined town of Dusk behind. Do you truly seek answers, or is it merely too late to turn back? As your tortured form moves closer to the facilities, you begin to realize there's no way in. Towering walls of concrete reach endlessly into the distance, surrounding the massive machinations. But no fortress is truly impenetrable. You see a storm drain at the end of the road, buried beneath layers of dirt and rust. Of course, it was always going to be like this. Down you go. And holy cow, was that a white noise riser. Some intense sound effects to start us off. And it seems like this may actually be, I don't want to say a sequel to Dusk, but it seems like it takes place after the main game, just based off of that little intro there. Got some tool tips, and we are in. All right. Looking very dungeon crawlery. So we've got our controls on the right. I am playing with a controller, just for ease of use. We've got some coins similar to the base game. So we've got interact, next weapon. We're just got our classic scythes now. We have a run. We have a thing that shows us our controls. There's a strafe, an attack, a skip, a turn, consumables, all that stuff. Okay. So, yeah, kind of classic dungeon crawler controls. Press X to interact with doors and other objects. I can do that. I am a good listener. And there he is, Leatherneck. I actually didn't realize that's what he was called. This is going to suck, because we only have scythes and he has a chainsaw. You can attack enemies with RT, attack an enemy will consume a turn. Yeah, I'm familiar with how dungeon crawlers work. Okay, so he was not in range. We missed. I got hit. Very good. Starting off just like the main game, where you get immediately charged by a couple of crazy boys. Alright. My real question is, does this have... Ooh, look at this skill tree. Holy cow. Looking like Final Fantasy X. Very cool. Is there an auto map? Let's see. Gameplay basics, exploring the dungeon, techniques, game modes, and there's a bestiary. I didn't look. I guess we can hit all the different things. Blitz. Okay, so that's like one. So we have abilities that we can use. That's an item. That's a thing there, a special. I don't see an... Oh, wait. I lied. There's an auto map. Okay, we're good. Any dungeon crawler nowadays that doesn't have an auto map drives me absolutely insane, much as it did 20 years ago, so happy to see that's the case. We're just going to wait a turn. We're going to do some smackies on the leatherneck. I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's real time. Most weapons allow you to use a special attack by consuming some technique points, TP. By equipping sickles, you can use the attack blitz, which allows you to move forward one space and attack with both sickles. You have to attack with RT while holding down with LT. Now try using blitz. Okay. Close this window. Okay, so you kind of dive forward and sink your teeth into them. Alright, we got some trash. Kind of reminding me of, oh, what's the... Just the way that the we have like a 3D rendered space with kind of like 2D texture icon map things. You know what I'm talking about. It reminds me of like the Blood Engine. I forget what it's actually called. All right, very good. And then to change our weapon, yeah. So, gonna assume you want to hold on to your weapons for a good measure. You found a small med kit. Okay, it looks like we have to trigger that. It doesn't immediately pick it up. This is a restricted area, so we must keep out. We are good Samaritans, and we won't do that. All right. Shoddy with the body. Let's, the only thing I don't notice is, we're just gonna do this. We took needless damage there. You can take an aim shot with the pistols and some other weapons. An aim shot is a special attack that will increase the chance to hit the target, and the critical chance will consume one technique pointo. Like other special attacks, to activate an aim shot, you have to shoot while holding down LT. You can also move to aim for the headshot, new chance. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. So if we do that... interesting. Very cool. The only thing I notice is... doesn't look like your technique points recover on their own, at least not currently. And let's see this. Can we interact with those? Okay, ooh. So we can't smack these open. I don't know if it's worth smacking them open, but I'm sure time will tell. We have not been discovered. Let's switch here. Alright, so let's move forward one, and an enemy has been alerted. And you can see at the top right there, there is the chance to hit, and then if we aim up, there is the chance to land the headshot. So, 50-50. Let's go for it. It hit, but it didn't seem to do, I mean, that did more damage than it would have normally, so let's pass. Very good, we are on our way. Alright, more danger, keeping out. We are definitely keeping out. Turning does not consume a turn, which is good. We're going to skip, and let's try... Seems like, yeah, not really worth it there for that. We did waste a few technique points. Alright, we're going to pass, we're going to pass. Let's try it again. It seems about the same. It's at, what, 30% damage? Something like that? Yeah, well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but maybe there's some other scaling that's at play that we're not aware of. Here is a red key, very reminiscent of the games themselves and Doom-likes in general. Again, the keys to enter rooms. Gotta love the I want to say the RGB, but it's actually red, yellow, blue. Unless you're playing Heretic, in which case it is green. What is it? It's green, blue, and yellow, or blue and orange, something like that. I should know, as I'm currently playing it on the channel. But yeah, there's a lot of... Steam Next Fest is one of those things that it comes around. There's so many demos on the store, and it really feels like a golden age of kind of like, you know, try before you buy. Back in the day, it seemed like for a while the demo scene kind of died out, and people were just kind of relying on you buying stuff, you know, just based off of hype. I will say, though, that, like, maybe... I can't remember how long ago it started. Maybe 6 or 7 years ago, they started doing those PS1 demo discs for like Halloween and horror and stuff like that. And I want to say I played those on the channel, but I definitely didn't. That was pre SpockPlays. But boy, oh boy, did I love playing through those. I actually found some really cool games there. Sadly, a lot of them have... Well, that's not true. A lot of them did come out, but there's some of my favorite ones never Well, I never really checked up, so maybe they are out and I've just been blissfully unaware. But they're on my wish list and I haven't seen them, so who knows? There probably was one last Halloween. Maybe I should follow up. Maybe we can do a little run through on the channel. Anyway, some enemies or hazards can afflict you with a negative status. Keep these enemies at distance to avoid being infected. You can use consumables to cure some of these negative statuses. Thank you for that. You found some anti-intoxication pills. Use them to cure intoxication and obtain a short immunity to this ailment. Very good. Now we got a giant rat. Looks like he is stepping on some sort of ailment. Let's pass. We don't have any technique points, all right? Yeah, okay, so it won't let us do that. You've earned enough XP to level up. Your maximum health, morale, and technique points have increased slightly. You also have earned 1 skill point. Open the character screen, use it to unlock a new passive skill. You can also decide to save your skill points and spend them later. Each point saved will slightly increase your XP multiplier. Okay, that's interesting. That's actually a nice mechanic. Haven't seen that one before, where holding on to skill points gives a little bit of a benefit. I wish stuff like Diablo did that. That would be pretty sick, because sometimes you want to hold on to skill points and whatnot until you get to a higher level. So, cool mechanic there. We are avoiding the green goop. I would recommend that for any viewer, to be honest. If there is a giant puddle of foully smelling liquid on the floor and you are unaware of what it does, don't step into it. Step around it. That's just your PSA for the day. Usually it doesn't result in anything good unless you're trying to turn into a mutated turtle of some sorts that knows ninjutsu. In that case, you know, step and or eat up. Pay attention to your surroundings. Dungeons are full of secrets. Okay, so it is insinuating that there are secrets for us to uncover. And that looks like one indeed. Gotta love the, I don't think we go a single episode without me talking about Ultima Underworld, but that's always what comes to my head. We'll say Lands of Lore, or any other old school dungeon crawl. You gotta love the hidden switches on the wall. You found some salts. Use them to recover technique points, which are consumed to use active skills and weapons special attacks. Alright. And how do we do that? It says A plus LT. Okay, so I see at the bottom that it looks like there's some stuff there. Let's go ahead and, oops. Take a look at our skills here. Do we have to start with the HP? Looks like we do, so not a lot of choices there. We're just going to go with the first one we got. I realize that I am doing the Diablo 2 thing right now where you have the mini-map directly overlaid. Okay, there we go, top left, much better. Yeah, I know. Alright, hold on. An enemy has appeared, or has been alerted, rather. Very good. Yeah, how do we use these salts? How do we do the salts? Oh, and you can click right thumbstick to look down. Very interesting. So we have some shotgun ammo. I don't know. We'll figure it out shortly. We will figure it out shortly. Okay. A very peaceful place so far, if I do say so myself. Giving me very homey vibes, kind of reminding me of a Neiman Marcus or a Bed Bath Beyond. You found a bottle of beer. Use it to increase your morale. Drinking too much can cause intoxication. Ain't that the truth, brother? Ain't that the truth? Alright. But yeah, I know that overlaying the map is like a faux pas for some people who play. Or I should say, it's actually more of a faux pas when you're watching like Diablo or ARPG streamers where it allows you kind of do this. You get used to it, right? Like, I don't even see it after a while. You just, when you play in that form, you just get used to like there just being some sort of like 30 opacity. Kind of just like static mesh map overlaid in the front of your screen. Alright, you found a Molotov. Throw it to create flames around the area of impact. Anyone hit by the flame takes damage and gains the burn status effect. I call that the burn effect. Alright, you need a yellow key. to open the door. Let's save the viewers. With our opacity here. We got 37 bullets, which feels pretty bueno. We can switch back now. We've got 50. There's our yellow key. Let's go for a headshot. Let's go for a headshot. I guess 22 is the chance to crit, and you have a higher chance to crit if you are aiming down the sights at their headpiece. So we're going to do a shotty. Oh, I forgot to use his technique points. Yeah, I don't know if that does not seem worth it. I mean, honestly, all the skills so far don't seem crazy. Secret found. Okay, so there are secrets that are beyond just hidden switches in the wall. Now, the real question is, are there just walls that are completely nondescript and allow you to access secret areas? That is the question du jour. But let's see here. Okay, let's take a second and let's take a look at the guide and figure out how to use salts. It does not say it. It says that they do these things. Small med kit. Yeah, we have a whole bunch of items. Gameplay basics. You can quick save your progress. Oh, or A+ select. Oh god. I'm using the wrong controller. We don't want to do that. Press F9 or okay. Looks like, oh god. I don't know what we're going to hit F6 and we're going to do that, and then we're going to see. Okay, good thing I tested that first. What was the other way it said we could do that? Oh man. Where did it say that? Let's see. I don't think it was technique. Exploring the dungeon. Gameplay basics. Okay. To quick save your progress, it is maybe. Okay, so no. No. Turn skipped. That's load. Okay, there we go. We figured it out. We are the world's best gamer. Now we got the yellow key. I still am not sure. Oh, okay, so I see. It's left thumbstick to change what item you have on your hotbar, which you can select with left thumbstick. You love to see it. Okay. Interesting, actually. I just use D-pad to traverse, which I am perfectly fine with. I'm a D-pad boy. Alright, let's do this a pass. Ooh, look at that. They call that a pro gamer move. Barrels contain various types of explosives. So I see. So I see. Alright. And we will let these folks gather in. Killing enemies in a series in a few turns will activate Frenzy Mode. You'll gain more XP. The XP multiplier increases. Okay. That's cool. Enjoying the increasing, you know, non-complicated mechanics. I mean that actually very seriously, not sarcastically in the least. These have been pretty easy so far. All right. Oh, hello. Gotta love it when you see two rotting buck teeth in your face. Everybody's favorite way to wake up. Keeping an eye out for secrets, but I haven't seen any others so far. Okay, melee weapons, max technique points, max morale, and I believe morale is armor. And increase accuracy, I don't know what that is. The real question is, the only melee weapons in traditional Dusk are the sword and the scythes. What if we go into here? Cloaking. Struggle and hit you. It's kind of like partial invisibility in Doom. Increase HP. This is just like the HP track. Interesting. Why will it not let us see what the other ones do? Dodge. Okay, so this is like kind of melee stuff. That seems kind of useful. This is like the shooting track. This is morale and armor track. That's a big ol' cigar. And that looks like lifesteal. Ooh. I do like me some lifesteal. And then this is just technique points and techniques. Techniques of sort. What does this do? Enhanced whirlwind. Hold on. Hold up. Can we turn into a barbarian? Is there a D2 barbarian somewhere in here? We haven't running low on HP so far. We'll do this. We're using the scythes right now. Actually, we're using the we're using the pistol right now, so a little bit facetious in that manner, but we will continue on. All right. What do these do? It recovers TP. Recovers that toilet paper. We don't want to step in the green goop. We learned that already. The ambient music, man, is crazy in this. It just keeps, like, peeking on me. Alright, you found a mine. Once placed on the ground, it will explode if stepped on by enemies after a few turns. Might have a chance to cripple enemies. Alright, very good. We may end up needing that. And now I say that, it looks like there might be maybe there's an axe you can use. An axe would be fun. Everybody loves a good axin. Comment in the chat if you love a good axin. Alright, what is this? Leads us to more adventures, more of our friends. Nice, he hurt himself there. You know what's weird? Why do they always call people axe murderers? When's the last time there was a movie about like an axe murderer? Or somebody like using an axe to perform murder, right? You never hear like knife murderer or gun. It's always axe murderer. I don't know what that's about. I heard them for the first time a few nights ago. I'm sick again. High fever. Another cold, damp, nauseating night in the sewer. Still couldn't find any shelter above ground. Shunned by everyone. As always. But that night, maybe I was lucky. Awakened by those screams coming from the streets above me. Screams of terror and pain. I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing those inhuman screams ever sick. Since. I don't think I'll leave now. I'm still sick. Let's see. I'm so sick. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. And we don't want to use the blitz. We just want to give a little hacky slashy. Secret? No. Love finding secrets in these games, but you gotta keep a watchful eye, a baleful eye on your surroundings, and sometimes, you know, the brain just don't work like that. That looks like some goop. I don't know if it's a bad goop. It might be good goop, you know, kind of like NetHack. There's good goop sometimes. Let's go back this way. And the run still does it very iteratively. It doesn't give you that like kind of full screen scan across like you would see in some other dungeon crawlers. We're just doing the full search-a-roni. Oh! Remember when I said don't walk in the goop? That's a perfect example why. No reason to do that. No reason. Okay, so that was just a room that we missed. And this is quite a large first level, if I do say so myself. A lot of tiles to explore, but I'm all for it. Give me all the content you want for free. I will consume it. Doesn't look like these garbage bags in particular do anything. I'm curious if like there's one in the middle of a room, if it blocks enemies pathing or anything like that. Alright, looks like our passive skill upgrades have been going to work because we just two-shot that rat. And looks like there's another rat friend right there. He has not been alerted to our presence. We're going to conserve a little ammo. We're going to walk around the acid puddles, as one does. And we're going to escape. We don't need to go there. Alright. I haven't seen any secrets. If I've missed any, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. The best a young lad can do. Alright, enemy has been alerted. Ooh, you love to see it. You love to see it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Another HP pack. Looks like we're doing okay on health. I don't know if it's been slowly recovering or it's just something that we've been getting off of skills. Have we leveled up again? No. Nope, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, as they say. Alright. I liked all those dodges, though. That was a very welcome change. So 37%, 75%, 75%. There's our level up we so desired. A little smash. Not seeing anything on the wall. Let's get a little upgrade in so we can get more HP. We can increase our technique points. Our max morale. I don't think we have any morale right now. Let's just increase our accuracy. Why not? Why not? Take a crazy chance. All right. Stepping in the crouch doesn't do anything. I've learned that both in real life and in video games. Ooh, I like the way that sound was directionally. All right, another little cove we can crawl into. You love to see it. It doesn't look like any gear drop either. All right, let's interact. Another secret. I am the secret finder. Very good. And let's do, I'm just gonna use the keyboard here because I feel like I'm gonna accidentally load and then absolutely ruin this video. So we're gonna do that because I will definitely forget. All right. Really haven't used any of the items so far. Game's been pretty generous with them. It's one of our rat friends. We'll switch. All right, we're gonna find out. Okay, it doesn't look like that was the spot where it dripped under, so appreciative there. We actually have 4 keys in this game, it looks like. So there's yellow, red, green, and I'm guessing blue, which is denoted by those kind of like rune face, or those rune marks in the bottom right, if you want to call them that. All right, so we have 2 green key doors opened by keys in the hue of green, but we have not obtained said hued key. So we're on the lookout. Definitely playing like a classic dungeon crawler. I'm like, I should say, you know, blobber is probably maybe the colloquial term for them. I'm a huge fan of these types of games. I can't tell you why. Some people probably find it pretty boring to play in this, but this is just very reminiscent to me of just a million games of times before the world went crazy. We're now, I don't know, we're just dazed. I guess that's what happens when a rat bites you, when it's kind of funky looking. There's our green key. You love to see it. Alright, took a little more damage than I would have liked. We missed, and it looks like this does seem to affect our ability to hit, as was portrayed by me missing a whole bunch of point-blank shots. No secret, no secret. Still doing pretty good on ammo. Still doing pretty good on ammo. But we have the green key now, so we can return to our doors that were blocked by access of using a green key. Very good, very good, very good. I have a feeling one of these is going to lead out, or maybe we just need another key. Large med kit. Oh, it cures bleeding. I'm not going to say we haven't been affected with bleeding yet, because that's like the easiest way to get hit by a given status effect, to say, oh, I've never experienced this before. Game loves to hit you with it, just so you know. But we'll take any dubs where we can get. Elite enemies are powerful versions of common enemies. Okay, well, I'm guessing behind that door is a elite enemy. So let's go back now and open up this other green door. This verde. Don't. Why did I do that? Okay, stepping into the brown stuff doesn't seem to injure you. Let's use this opportunity to use a small med kit. Interesting. Oh, I see. Left thumbstick allows you to select it, and then you use the skills on the right. There's another game I've been playing that's actually, well, it's a dungeon crawler, but it's actually, what do you call it, a mystery dungeon game. I may have talked about it on the channel. I've been meaning to record some gameplay of it, but It's upcoming. Don't worry. It's an indie game called House of Necrosis, which is super sick. Definitely go and give it a shot if you haven't played it. I believe it has a pretty sick demo, but it's a mystery dungeon in the style of Resident Evil 1 or Resident Evil 2. Very, very, what do you want to call it? It's very apparent. It doesn't hide its influence at all, and it's super, super solid if you're into mystery dungeons and games of that ilk. I had a lot of fun playing. I need to get back to it, to be honest, but I am a... oh, jeez. Did I just get locked behind the door? No. Okay, good. I am we'll call it a roulette wheel or a slot machine gamer. I just always am playing what matches the vibe. Regenerating HP every turn. Well, that sucks. What do we got here that can help with that? Let's try this Molotov. We will use an item. Nope. We will not use an item. Why won't you let me use it? Okay, you got to do it in the opposite order. All right, well, that also hit me. Not really ideal. But we got the blue key. We have collected all said keys. And now we are free to continue. I don't see anything else for us to explore. And this should be it. I love the blue doors. If you manage to meet certain conditions, you will obtain one or more awards in campaign mode. For each level, you can obtain these rewards. Completionist, low tech, I ain't got time to bleed. Ain't that the truth, brother? Ain't that the truth? There's the end of the first level. We got 100% of the enemy kills. We missed a couple of secrets, and we used 1,400 turns. Oh my gosh. Time flies when you are having fun. You know what I mean? Crates, faces, and wooden barrels contain random loot. Good to know. Alright, sewers level 2. No turning back now. The classic Dusk phrase whenever you turn around in the main game. And so stop saying the main game. Whenever you turn around in Dusk. Although I do feel like I need some sort of qualifier to follow that. I think it tells you that as well. We need a yellow key. Ooh, there they are. Gotta love these guys. And the fact that I missed two. Okay, they are Strong J. But we persevered. I'm also curious. Okay, so the GP seems to increase your morale, which actually is also the case in Dusk, now that I think about it. But I haven't been noticing. Maybe that's why our health isn't getting absolutely demolished, just because our morale is staying up and is providing us with a bit better armor defense. Got mines, Molotovs, intoxication, curing grant. Okay. We haven't become intoxicated yet, but we also haven't drank any beer. Increase morale. And cure fear. Ain't that the truth as well? This game's just spitting facts. Alright, enemy has been alerted. 68 bullets, so I'm not terribly concerned. I don't think we've gotten any other weapons thus far. Right? No. Infidel. Okay. I'm not sure if our morale is actually taking the damage, or maybe it is for melee damage. We've got a little frenzy going on. Got a large med kit. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on morale next time we get hit. I don't know if the mage's fireballs bypass that. We're gonna save. We did the command correctly. I took a massive leap of faith there and trusting my own memory for the command binding, but it paid off. Paid off big. All right. Yeah, I'm also curious if this is a scraps. Traditional dungeon crawler where it just has like a linear campaign, you know, where it's just like different floors with either randomly generated. I was hoping it was going to hit me, and we could see if the morale goes down. But yeah, I'm curious if it's predetermined floor layouts. I mean, a lot of dungeon crawlers from back in the day follow that style, or if it's randomly generated, or if This is kind of just like, you know, there's like randomly generated runs. It seems like it's going to be story related. I can't speak to the fact of whether or not the dungeon layouts are all the same, because I haven't, you know, played the main game and seen that. But yeah, just based off the fact there being like those different modes that allude to the fact that there is a way to kind of do permadeath and, you know, different generated dungeon floors, I would imagine that there's like a main campaign mode, for lack of a better term. And there's the shotgun, which we have been itching to see. I'm guessing that it... Oop, hello. Alright, so 76 leg shot. Causes entangle. Ooh, love the flip. I'm going to switch to that and give him a little smack. Shotgun leg shot. Shoot enemy's legs. Cause entangle. Range 1. Let me in. I have been let in. We're going to switch to the pistol. I was hoping the other guy would have gotten hit, but I guess he was just out of range. It's okay. We don't need to hit everybody. We just need to hit some people. More danger. We are not adverse to danger on this channel. We actually welcome it. We actually often get ruined by it. Molded by it. Hello. Oh, didn't want to do that. That's fine. Okay. How to behave if you encounter an alligator. Don't panic. Move away slowly. Call your manager immediately. That's great advice. Especially if you encounter alligators a lot. Not so much if your manager is also an alligator, but you take some, you lose some. Alright. So we got some rooms back here. Got some more blue salts. Okay, okay. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, we need a little bit more salts in order for me to start really feeling comfortable blowing through technique points. But if it's like any other... Let's try this. Can we... We can't shoot diagonally. Alright. So if I do this, he's entangled. And then I can back up, and then I can shoot him. I don't know if that's necessarily super useful, just because it's like one square in front of you. Maybe there's a way to adjust that. But it was not immediately apparent. Let's use another small med kit to recover 10 hit or health points. Still not realizing if morale is impacting our damage effectiveness or not. So maybe we should increase our morale. Maybe. Blue key. We haven't gotten that key yet. More mage friends. More rat friends. I'll definitely let you walk on that. Let's see if we can get the mage to do the same. He's floating, so doesn't really matter. Love the 2-shot. Hate the fact that there are 2 items on the floor. Okay, so the morale definitely went down when we walked through there, so that does confirm that it is doing some sort of damage negation rather than enabling you to buy items. But maybe there's a shop. Maybe use your morale to generate gold. That'd be very interesting if you can drink beer to get money. How the world would be different if that was the case. Alright, alright. It's funny, as I'm recording this, there's somebody outside literally chainsawing something, and I low-key freaked out for a moment. I was like making all that talk about axe murderers, but we forgot about chainsaw murderers. Those are the worst kind. Alright, so we're definitely getting up on items, and I am doing that thing where I don't use items effectively, because I want to hold on to them until I really need them, and that situation has not arisen yet. There's another dungeon crawler. I mean, I've played a ton of dungeon crawlers this year and last, but I put a good amount of time into a pretty cool one called Vaporum. If you haven't heard of it, it's pretty cool. It's like a steampunk. It's very heavily inspired by BioShock, like Blobber, like so, which has a really cool skill system, really cool graphics. Just it's really solid all around. It's quite long. It's like, well, I guess it's not compared to like, you know, like Might and Magic 7 or something like that. But for it's like 20 or so hours, and the floors are pretty complicated. They are static, so you can look up like where all the secrets are if that tickles your fancy. But it's a pretty good game, and it's got some pretty cool like different build options and stuff like that. And you can usually get it for like $2 or $3. Highly recommend, but you have to really be into the blobber gameplay loop to enjoy these types of things. There's just something about turn-based stuff is always fun for me. You know, it's just like a little more chill. You can think, you can, you know, eat snacks, you can have a hand free, you can pet your dog while you know, traversing a dungeon. And then if you need to get up and do something, it's very accommodating, which I appreciate for any of my games nowadays. It's a huge part of the reason I can't really commit to multiplayer shooters or MOBAs anymore, among other reasons, just interest-wise. But time is definitely a factor. Alright, let's get another Seibu in. We're being cautioned. Thank you for providing said caution. He is right next to us. How much shotgun bullets? We'll give him one shotty. We'll give him two shotty with the body. We're continuing to do it, and I'm doing the thing again with the thing in the middle of the screen. I am sorry. So I don't even see it. I don't even see it. Just one of those things when you game long enough with, you know, just like very little visibility, you don't even it bypasses your retina completely. Did he not see us? Oh no, it was a trash bag. That's why. The trash bag, I'm sure, did see us. All right. So I haven't seen very many secrets, but then again, I also am forgetting to look. So maybe there are other types that we are blissfully unaware of, but we're trying to keep an eye out for them. I'm looking for the sewer grates are the easiest one because they are like heavily denoted by, you know, a visual cue. The ones you want to look for are like the ones that don't follow that. We are level 5. Let's increase our technique points. Let's try that route. Let's see how that goes. All right, and now I'm bringing it up again. We're just taking a look. We have the blue key, so we can definitely go that away if we so desire. And I'll tell you what, we do desire. We are in the pit of desire right now. Shouldn't have skipped that turn. Love to see a crit. We are going to not just waste a bullet. We're going to heal. Nope, didn't hit. So he's got a range as well. Ooh, love it. Love it, love it. Seems like that blitz ability is completely useless, if I'm being honest. Oh my god. How do we miss after all that? Nope. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. Nope. Yep. For a minute there, it turned into what's that guy's name who sings Choices? E30, something like that. There's a stream I used to watch that would always play that like during commercials or like during like ad breaks and stuff like that. It always used to crack me up. Alright, we are making our way downtown, walking fast. Demons past, and I'm dusk bound. Alright, what do we got here? We're definitely doing alright so far. Nothing particularly difficult. These games, honestly, like the games that really, so like a good example of like, ooh, alright, well, just as I say that. Now here's the question. I do want to try out, we'll do a Molotov, but we need to lure them. Let's get behind one of these hazards. Switch back to the gun. How is that possible? Oh my gosh. I would like somebody to perform a summing algorithm and give me the number on what are the odds of missing like 6 out of 8 shots on a pistol where it's a 25% chance. The number is in the thousands, to say the least. All right, that's another ability. max morale. Let's just do the grid around us, right? It doesn't hurt to get the skills up. Alright, and we are going to... Gosh, I keep doing the wrong thing. It's interesting how you have to do the button combination to activate those items. Alright, and we're going to do a little save-oo. We said we were going to look for... I heard something open there. Is it? Oh, it's him. Oh, it's you. I was like, what's that sound? It is the elite mob. Figures. What did we say we were going to do? Let's try and do this. And then it's A and L. Okay, cool. So that was a bit better. Now we can walk back. I'm going to switch to shot. Let's entangle him. Okay. It really just gives you one free shot. We're going to entangle you again. Love the miss. We'll get a shot. Okay, very nice. I'm not quite sure what scraps are for. Thus far, you gotta love just walking aimlessly into a puddle that damages you. We all love that, don't we? Don't we, class? Alright, we're gonna open this. One of our friends. And then we get 3 perfect shots from a greater distance. Oh. Not good. Alright. Jeez. Got a little bit of frenzy going, but too little too late. Yeah, I'm curious what these scraps are for. Did it say? Did it tell me what scraps are for and I just didn't read it because reading is for nerds? I say that's somebody who loves to read, but it's feeling spicy today. The caffeine hitting and we're cruising. You love to see it. Very good. Love getting the exploding barrel and conserving ammo. Okay. It looks like it must be opened elsewhere. And I'm continuing to be surprised. These are very, very long and involved stages. Yeah, that's probably for the door. I called it. Some would say I knew it. More frenzy. We need to heal. Let's do one of these big health bad boys. Yeah. Yeah, that feels good. Feels real good. Maybe we should be using some of the morale boosting from the beer. What else does it do? It says it cures fear. We haven't been feared yet. Oh, and we can't pick up any salt, so we've hit our limit, so that tells me... Oh, wow, okay, there we go. What we need to do. Okay, so now we're in a good position where we're topped up and we're encouraged to use our techniques a bit more. Intoxication pills and a mine. Lots of morale. Probably is better to leave this gold floating, if I'm being honest, just because you can pick it up but you can't use it. So we'll do that for now. I mean, look at this. This is a absolutely massive stage. So far, the game definitely is nailing the Dusk aesthetic. It's got all the sound effects. It's got all the enemies. It very much just feels like what if Dusk was a blobber, and I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely enjoying it. But I am a huge fan of these types of games. As I said, some people may find it a bit slow or not really their speed, but I think it just depends on the era. I mean, some game genres are timeless. Platformers, I think, are a great example. Shooters, I think running guns are timeless. Look at that. Now all underground inhabitants are hostile. Some, like the merchant, are willing to help you in exchange for gold and other resources. He looks like a combination of the merchant from Resident Evil 4 and Resident Evil 8.
Hey there. How you doing? Alive? That's good. Stay that way.
Love the voice track.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? Okay, so you can use the gold. Interesting. So I wonder if you can... Oh, okay. So gold increases morale and just gives you gold. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right, we got some ammo. Those look like any permanent upgrades. We'll leave you for now. We're doing pretty good, but now I am going to go back and collect that gold, although I do not remember where I placed it because, you know, Not great at remembering stuff. We are constantly in a state of forgetting. The attention economy has ruined our lives. If you're burning, you can step a puddle of water to put out the fire. Let's just not do that. Let's just not start the fire. Thus, we are not always burning. Finally, landed on a secret. Happy to see it. Okay, passing. Got a pistol clip. Ooh, there they are. Dual pistols. I was just going to say, I wonder if there's a way to get double pistols in the game, because that's like the iconic Dusk. Dual sides, dual shotguns, dual pistols, dual wielding. So let's see how that works. Nice, you shoot two. You do the whole dang thing. Alright, and we're continuing to traverse. Looks like there's a wire you can follow, or it's just... No, not really. It's just showing that it's connected somewhere else. Your princess is in another castle. Come on, I got 2 pistols now, brother. What are you gonna do? Apparently what I'm gonna do is miss. Man, I'm feeling like I'm playing a Hell Slave again, where we have these, like, crazy high percentages to either miss or hit, and then just, you know, doing the opposite. I'm sus. I'm very sus of percentages. I'm not sure I understand probability. Or if I do, it's not in my favor. Alright. Infidel. Maybe the second gun just has a lower chance to hit. I don't know. It doesn't feel accurate to me. But, like I said, probability and me, not friends. I have a lot of friends that love, like, sports betting and stuff like that, and I'll tell you what. I like the idea, but I hate losing money, and that is all that I do when I participate in those types of things. No. Wait, did we get a point? No. I cannot read. Man, I am just blown away by how big these stages are. Pretty good demo. Definitely getting a feel for what the game has to offer. I would say if you're interested, you know, you can definitely just go and check the demo out and understand if this game is for you. It's definitely for me, because I love this stuff. There's something about it. Something about it. Alright, danger, keep out. We're gonna let the fire burn. I almost stepped on the fire. We're skipping, we're moving, we're hopping, we're shaking, we're not... Oh, I was just gonna say, we have not seen any other secrets, and then... Ooh, sorry about that. Yes. 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 Those look like cigars, maybe intentionally so. What do... scraps do... Alright, we don't know. We just don't know right now. Science. We don't have the science to help us understand what scrap metal does. Maybe one day. But not today. Passing. Alright. What are this level's... Oh, okay, and then we just walked into it, and then we forgot to try out the water mechanic. You love to see it. And by love to see it, I mean hate it. There's the merchant. We have 376 gold, which is quite a lot. It looks like you can also use gold to respec if you really screw up your run. Although that does feel like a bit of a waste, but at the same time, if you're fully stocked up and it's all consumables, it's a nice option to have. I don't think we've really used any of the keys that we have yet so far either. Let's go ahead and do that. You're also curious... Okay, there is a... Okay, so if you hold... Y, or whatever the next weapon is, you can actually select. So there are quite a few weapons to choose from based off of the infographic, and also you can look in the guide and see what there are. So that's exciting. I love a good weapon variety. Alright, it's another small med kit. Let's go ahead and use one of those, especially as we come upon more friends. I believe that's what they call them. Yo. This missing has to stop. This is insane. Alright. Let's do... increased range accuracy, crit chance, max morale. I don't really felt the need for that. Let's just do health. Never hurts to have more HP. Okay. And we're gonna let you move to us. Please call me a heretic. You're the heretic, dude. I'm already playing that game. You're closer to a heretic than I am. Although I guess maybe I am because I'm the one playing it. Whatever. Don't backtalk me. We got the chest. Is this the... Ooh, that's a big rat. 21% chance to hit. Okay. Okay. We're definitely going to go through some ammo here. And you can't aim when you have both weapons out, which is interesting. So let's do this. Let's lay down... I don't think the other guy is aggroed, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So let's do that, and let's back up, which almost killed us. An enemy just became crippled after stepping on a mine. Yeah. Okay, we're definitely taking damage now. Let's switch to our shoddy. Very good. I got scared. Big rats scare me. All right. Very good. It looks like another secret. I'm gonna save. Ooh, what do we got here? Magic potion. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Kind of like the little health files you get in Dusk or, you know, Doom, where you can like pick up the single dots of health to overload your health, and then you have to use the normal health packs just to reach your max health. All right. We're explored up here, and so we've got all the keys. So we are in good shape, as DJ Khaled would say. That would be a key to success. Boom. Ooh, love the damage. Love the damage. All right. I think we should be done. Oh, here's a green door we missed. Great, another big rat. Let's drink a beer. All right, and then shoot you. Shoot. Okay, it only takes 3 shots. And I don't know what we're afflicted with, but we're just gonna do one of these where we just wait through. Very good. New type of gear. Each cigar provides different effects on your body. At the end of any level, you'll be able to see which cigars you have found and the change of the one you're smoking. Interesting. So if we go to here, how do we equip said cigar? It's at the end of each level, right? So I'll have to wait. Okay, scraps, the whole kit and caboodle. All right, so the couple areas we're just gonna get for completion. We're keeping an eye out. I keep thinking that back closes that. Always getting different games controls mixed up in this big old head of mine. There we go. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Very good. All right. All right. All right. All right. Where are we going next? We can back. It looks like we've hit everything. I just want to... Okay, so let's do this. We can run. It's not really running, but it is a little bit faster than just tapping up on everything. So we're going to head back to where the merchant was. I think that is the only area that we need to return to thus far. Okay, don't just waste HP. Not the best pro gamer strategy. So we just missed this room. Okay. That should be... Oh, no, one more. 2 more. Nope, I just can't read the map. Okay, that's everything. We're gonna... Sorry, just keeping it on screen. I'm so sorry. Here. Just gonna do that. Okay. And where was the exit? It doesn't seem to mark it on the map. Am I crazy? Is it not marked on the map? Okay, it is. You just have to walk right up to it. All right, sick. End of the level. Churchill standard cigar, immunity to fear. Okay, yeah. We'll change to the cigar that actually does something. Next level. All right, in level 3. What do you mean an enemy has been alerted? This is a crazy long demo. Definitely getting a good feel for what the Dungeons of Dusk had in store for us. Let's give him a little shooty. Collect a little moral. Yeah, it's interesting. I love the way that just like all of the guns. I know I already said about it. I just dig the blood engine look to everything. It's really interesting too. Like, what motivated New Blood to make this? Because I mean, a lot of their stuff they have, you know, I want to say a wide variety, but they have different styles of games that they make, right? They have Ultra Kill, a Medieval, Dusk, of course. Definitely a couple others that I'm forgetting. And I guess there's Dusk 84 or 82, which is kind of like a Rogue homage to Rogue. It's kind of like an ASCII version of Dusk. So I guess that actually is probably the closest thing to it. They probably made Dusk 82. Man, we just got chunked by that rat, and we're like, we should make a proper dungeon crawler. I mean, it's right in the era. Nice, we can shoot through bars. You love to see it. You are turned into meats. And I don't know. I'm just glad they did it. I'm glad that they keep expanding the universe with this stuff. All right, secret. No secret. I'm curious what the other stages look like. Ouch. Extremely rude. We go for the headshot. All right. But yeah, because this, thinking about the game, you don't really start in the sewers. You kind of start in like a barn. You get like ambushed by some of those leather-faced fools. So I'm curious if you like go to like the factory parts or the creepy woods or any of that stuff. Just kind of what else they have in store. Let's turn the map back on and get it out of the way for all you lovely viewers. Okay, we need to be careful here. I forgot we have 2 pistols. Oh. Don't love that. We can, let's use a large med kit and get hit. Love the extra damage. What do we have here? Is this a puzzle? Sure look like a puzzle. Alright. A door's opening nearby. We have solved the puzzle. Okay. Fire resistance, chance to inflict burn. How many Molotovs do we got? I don't know if this hits him from here. Let's... Okay, he's in range. Oh, thank God he missed. We missed. There we go. And level up. And more leather faces. Very good. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to justify melee until... I mean, I guess that melee track, like, if we look at it... Yeah, there's a couple other ones. Maybe if you, like, really scope into it, the sides do a ton of damage, and you just don't have to do, like, ammo conservation. That could be useful, but... What is this whirlwind? I want to know what the whirlwind is. I'm guessing it's like an axe technique that you get. But we've gone and gotten a little bit of that. We got a little bit of ammo. I do want... Set a trap on your 4. Kind of want late trap, but I don't know if we're going to get to that level before the mission ends. Let's just, kind of just want to... What is this? So then we do that, and then... Dodge. Let's just get more health. Can't go wrong giving yourself more health. Right? That's what my doctor says, at least. Download more health right after downloading more RAM. Ooh. It's a new Totem of speed. Use it to obtain the haste status. Allows you to perform 2 actions in 1 turn. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, speaking of RAM. Have any of y'all looked at RAM prices lately? This is like asking if you know how you feel about airplane food, but... Oh, hello. I feel like if I shoot fast enough, I can get a couple of hits in before the bad boys get me. But that may just be my imagination. Alright, let's drink another beer because we got one. Alright, and we already picked this up. But yeah, man, it is wild. Wild how much RAM costs right now. Like, I am unbelievably thankful. Which is going to be a weird thing to say, but I'm unbelievably thankful that my RAM died before the RAM prices went through the flipping roof. I remember back in like the 90s, and even like the early 2000s, RAM was, you know, expensive, you know, considerably. Like it was like $150, which probably is like $250 to get a couple of RAM sticks. And then, I mean, gosh, my RAM on this rig that, you know, we're playing on right now, one of my sticks died randomly last year before like the price hike, and I am just so thankful that it died before, because I got the replacement stick for like $50. It was like a 16 or a 32 gig stick, so I am just so thankful that it died before all the data centers started making the RAM prices out of flipping control. It cannot be understated how thankful I am that I did not have to spend $300 on a stick of RAM. It is just, it's crazy. I don't know how they're gonna fix it. How do you even make RAM, right? Does anybody know? Leave a comment if you know how to make RAM, and also leave a comment if you know how to make a pencil. Those are the two things that I feel like we're just, you know, the next generation isn't gonna know how to make those. It's just gonna be AI. But I digress. Where are we going? All right, this is the yellow key. We've got everything else just for this is my problem. Whenever I play dungeon crawlers, I mean, maybe it's not a problem. You get an achievement for. Or a, you know, you get a boost. I'll see, it was important for, you know, getting the full map completion. I'm starting to feel better, but I've decided to stay here in the sewers for a while longer. The workers usually come down here have stopped, and no one bothers me anymore. It's almost peaceful, though I think at least one of them is still down here, but he locked himself in the northern tunnels with the rats. Doesn't seem to want to come out. Good. It's better that way. Zed. Danger, keep out. Yeah, I mean, I'll say right now... Little secret. We already got the secret. These stages are a bit samey. I definitely dig the vibe, but I want a little more variety. I'm not crazy about the sewer levels. Sewer levels in my in games are not my favorite. I would love to know who. God, why did I walk in that again? I would love to know who like gets into a sewer level and was like, "This is my jam. This is what's up. I love these." Like, right? Sewer people rise up, I guess, but. I don't know. I've never felt like adding a sewer level adds any value. An enemy has been... Okay, I see him there. Interesting fog. So you can see them on the top, but you can't necessarily see them. Does that decrease my chance to hit and maybe their chance to hit? You can't necessarily see them long distance. But yeah, think about like any sewer level you've ever played. They always suck. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance... Sewer sucks. Baldur's Gate. Sewer sucks. Final Fantasy 12. Sewers suck. Oblivion. Sewers suck. The only sewer that's good is maybe Diablo 2. The sewer levels in there are pretty fine, and I actually like those. So maybe that's the only example I can think of because I am playing through Diablo 2 Resurrected for the new Warlock class that has been released. If you haven't checked that out and you've somehow been under a rock, get out under that rock and summon some flames, man. That class is so sick. Flame Wall, sick. The other flame ability, sick. Apocalypse, sick. Demon summoning, very sick. The entire industry just in a state of miasma. Very, very cool that they came out with that. Oh, hello. Freaking Rattata sneaking up on me. I don't see any other secrets. Rats. Oh, I thought I was gonna grow a third arm and get a third pistol. That would have been sick. And I mean, this. Are you kidding me? Ay, ay, ay. We are gross. We are gross. Not really using a lot of our technique points. Probably should take a bit better advantage of those. So I'm guessing like one of these keys has to be here, right? I get a little save. Ooh. That's what you get, brother. Don't step on the trap. Stepping on pressure plates is never good. Okay. What are we sitting? Are we sitting at 25 ammo? I'm a little worried. At the same time, I guess we can do... What? Oh, I stepped... Man, I am the king of just, like, saying I'm going to avoid something and then absolutely... How can heating get stuck? Let's do a little blitz. Not that great. Okay. Hit him again. Missed both. Alright. Yeah, the sides in the main game are a bit lacking too. Use them when you need to, but man, you will get absolutely domed for relying on them. Now we're gonna use a little health. Oh my gosh. It's so obvious where it is and I keep stepping on it. Where was that sound? Where are you coming from, rat friends? Sounds like you stepped onto the trap I stepped on. Alright. I want to start doing a little bit of ammo conservation here unless we come across like some sort of, you know, plethora of bullets. Alright. Very good. Looks like that opened something over here, I guess. It also would help. Oh, don't do that. Is, yeah, maybe just not covering the screen with the giant opacity thing that makes it hard to find. Oh my gosh, please stop. Shoddy. Get over here, dude. Scorpion style. Get over here. It benefits me for you to get closer to me for my shotgun. A little bit of slicing, a little bit of dicing. Let's do, we can use some tears. Or salt tears. Got Binding Isaac on the mind. Yep. That'll do it. Do it to it. Weak. Alright, scraps. I still don't know what scraps are for. Maybe there's some sort of crafting system that comes into play later. Or, they told me and I immediately forgot. With my smooth brain. I don't like that. Shoddy. It would be cool to get a second shotgun. I think we picked up a shotgun, but it didn't give us the option for 2. Just a bit of a bummer. I don't want to step closer and lose a turn. Very good. More levels. Let's do dodge. Everybody loves a good dodge. Actually, I didn't realize you can actually see your stats there by pressing triangle or Y, depending on your configuration on your controller. Alright. Just more stuff. We've got more. Oh, here we go. You press the hood and switch on the wall. Molotov and a mine. I'm sure we will put that to good use. So we have put to use semi-effectively the other upgrades that they've so graciously given us. Here is the blue. Oh, a teleporter. Very, very, very grateful for that. So where did that put us? Alright, back over here. It's still locked, but we can now enter the blue zone. Thick dark mist. Alright. We're still being mindful. We gotta use some of these environmental things. He just stepped like right in the right spot for me to not be able to shoot that. I would like to explode you, good sir. Here, let's do this. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't hurt me. I would have been so bummed. What are scraps for? I want to know. Is there something that tells us? I feel like we already looked at this. So, using and collecting some of these will allow the player to collect large amounts of resources while this is permanently increasing P. Alright, status effects. Scars. Nope. Cigars. Weapons, combat mechanics, explore. Scrap instead must be taken to the weaponsmith. Okay. So we have yet to meet this character, so it is an upgrading material. That's pretty cool, so you can upgrade your weapons as well. Very, very cool. I'm also curious how much this game will cost at launch. I don't know if you can be releasing a blobber in this day and age for anything more than 20, 30 bucks. Depends on the length too, right? Like like just some of the old Might and Magics and stuff like that. They're a bit too long in my opinion. Like Might and Magic 7 and 8 are pretty long. I feel Might and Magic 3 I feel like is a little bit shorter, although it is extremely confusing. Yeah, so you totally can't get 2 shotguns. I see the 2 shotgun thing down there. But yeah, with blobbers, you don't want them to overstay their welcome because there's only so much you can do. They're very fun. They're very much like their own style. Let's let him get stuck here. We're gonna do. There we go. Yeah, I want to use more technique points, but the 2 techniques that we have are not super useful right now. All right, thank you for a pistol clip. Where? Okay, he's stuck. Nice. I don't know if that was a crit, but I'll take the big damage. You always take the big damage. 1, 2, buckle thy shoe. Doors opening nearby. Okay. More, we can definitely, that's a smaller med kit. It's a med kit on the small size. We fill her up. We look for anything that we may have missed. We continue to peruse. Okay. It sounds like there's a bad boy. Nope, he's over here. You gotta love the classic dungeon crawler where they like move just diagonally until they can like perfectly dissect you. Oh, the way these make me, the way these games make me feel. It is just a very warm feeling of nostalgia. I also need to try like double smacking, right? You gotta get that smack on. So if we go like boom, boom, almost. Yeah, it seems like there's a little bit of a wind up. Vaporum is kind of like that too. It seems like you don't have enough time. It kind of seems like it's locked in, but you actually can like dodge and move it. Actually, I have not tried that at all now that I think about it. I don't think you can because it seems like very grid based. But things like Legend of Gridrock, Legend of Grimrock, which is a, you know, kind of a more modern, I mean, this is a modern blobber, but it's a very old school take on a blobber. It has a real time, so you can like, you really have to like effectively dodge and stuff like that to get the most out of the game. But yeah, the only thing with Legend of Grimrock, great game, party-based, real-time action, all of that, yes, but the puzzles in that game are so hard, man. I got pretty far in it. I remember I loved it when it came out, played it a ton, but then just kept getting stymied by. I thought I got stuck. Elite Leatherback. One shot for you. Gonna entangle. What? Chance to ignore ailments. There we go. He is ignoring our ailments, but we did dodge everything else, so I'm grateful for that. Just a teleporter. Where will you take me? Ah, lovely. Right to the red key. Alright. Alright. And that should be the last area for now. The mist has vanished. For that, we appreciate it. Silent Hill has its, you know, has its time and place. Is that the weaponsmith? Oh my god, that's so funny. Let's do a quick save. The weaponsmith can upgrade your weapons using some scrap. To upgrade weapons to higher levels, you need to find a blueprint. What up, girl? Well, you... Oh, she's voice acted.
You got scrap, I got weapons. So what can I do you for?
Give me that shotgun. That's hilarious. Hey, hun, got a gun. I guess we don't need a blueprint. Or maybe there's... yeah, okay. A lot of the weapons from the main game. How much scrap we got? Sure. Need one more scrap to get another level. So we got one of each because we are kind of alternating back and forth between them. For the time being, yeah, I know. The north door exit must be locked until further notice. We're waiting for Sergei's replacement, hoping this time they'll send someone who doesn't spend his days drinking and singing to rats. Thank you for your cooperation. What's wrong with singing and drinking to rats? Rats need friends too. We all need a friend. You know, maybe rats are good compatriots when you're, you know, pissed drunk. I wouldn't know. What did that open for us? Is it this door? Is it here? Nope. I'm kind of maze-like here. I'm hoping. There's no other monsters in here. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of respawn. Okay, that's just a wall. We're also going to view. Here, we're going to do this. And you, and you, and that, and you. And you, and you, and you, and you. The creepy ambient pads don't stop hitting. I love that stuff, man. Just like really good ambient music. We take it for granted, man. Like I've been playing a lot of Age of Empires 2, and boy, does that soundtrack does just enough. It's not overbearing, but man, that stuff will get stuck in my head for like days on end. It's crazy. All right, I didn't think that was going to be anything, but you gotta explore. Yeah, this is just the edge of the wall. Probably the same with this over here. We're running. This is how the running proceeds. Okay. No, we have the right key. I don't know. I had like I think a small stroke there or something, and just like totally forgot we got the right key. Oh my brain. We gotta go all the way around. That's some BS. That is some absolute BS. Okay, we're walking. The only door we haven't. I don't know if there's a green key on every level, but that's the only way we haven't gone. And then I'm guessing this is some sort of secret door you have to trigger somehow. I don't know if I can be plussed with that, so we may opt to skip on it. Alright. Okay. Running. Opening. Saving. Survival magazine. Ooh, skill point. Don't mind if I do. Sure, let's take the cloaking ability. Okay, that's our first one, and then you can just activate the rest using the weapon you have selected. Okay, so now we can do some sneaking. Nope, our other friend. What does the backpack do? Increase the amount of consumables that you can carry. That seems pretty useful. Ammo belt. We haven't really reached max ammo yet. We're okay right now. I'm gonna hold off. I always like to buy upgrades when you really feel them useful. Got guns? I do. That looks a lot like Martha Stewart, right? Is that Martha Stewart holding an M16? Prove to me that it's not. Show me definitive proof that's not Martha Stewart. Even if you show it to me, I won't believe you. Alright, what do we got? I work here, the rats and I are happy here, go away. Oh, this is the guy. He's probably turned into a giant rat, right? That's the only way that this can end, is we have to hurt the happy rat man. He's probably not a happy rat man anymore. I don't think many people down here are happy. Rat man. How do we get in there? Rat man. Come together with your rats. Save me. Rat man. Oh my gosh. That's just crazy. Love. Oh my god, is that two of them? Thank you. That was a lot of scrap. Man, he does recover a lot of HP. It seems like the more... Oh, it's the frenzy. So, yeah, the more shots you get in, then you start doing more damage. Definitely a... I could have used that. Definitely a requirement, it seems like. That frenzy mechanic for, like, building up a ton of damage on a mob. Let's go in here. A little smash. A little smash and grab. Okay. Okay. Anything else down here? Oh no. It's Black Phillip. Y'all remember Black Phillip? Well, I hope you remember him as he was and not as he is. Because he's back. Is he just like really hard to hit or something? It's just a crazy goat. I hear another one. I hear you. I see you. When did we get so much pistol ammo? I don't remember that happening. It was all just so fast. Use some more shotgun ammo. Nope, small med kit. We will use you. We're gonna use 2 of you, actually. We already got this chest. We are going to use some salt. Y'all overcook with salt. Okay. More morale. What does it say? Let's drink together, let's sing together, let's burn together. I agree with that. There's a portal. Ratman? Oh. Oh, a patient. Well, hello there.
Well, hello there. I found these scrubs, so that means I'm a doctor now. Do you need, medical attention? And do you have any money?
What do you need money for in this post-apocalyptic world? You tell me.
Oh, you came back.
Alright.
Great.
So he can heal you. Okay, that's interesting in case you run out of medkits.
Need money.
Alright, chill. This is my YouTube channel, not yours. Alright, so we've met a bevy of interesting characters, which add to the lore and to the things that you can do per level. Really setting the stage here. Really setting the stage. Alright. That is this area. Man, I just cannot believe how these stages are absolutely massive. For the first 3, I mean, seriously. I guess we take the portal. I'm also worried that something very difficult is here. The big rat man. I think we have enough stuff. I think we've saved enough items to be a force of nature, but let's just do a manual save just in case we like need to fully heal up and use everything. We'll play it safe. Yep, definitely feels like a boss fight. We're good on morale. We're not addicted to anything. Bullets. What does this do? That just takes us back. Okay, yeah. This has to be the end. It's got the white mist like you would expect in Dark Souls. We're gonna use a couple of health packs. We're just gonna heal up. And then TP, burning damage. We're gonna do the haste buff when we need to. Let's get in there. Sergey, the rat man. We got the freaking Dust music, so sick. Yo, brother. Absolutely cut it out, dude. We cannot move because we are surrounded by rats. Let's switch to shoddy. Alright. Let's use our... Oop. How do we use the ability? Use technique. A, right stick. Can't see me. And then we switch to Molotov. He's on fire. I'm gonna throw another Molotov at him. He doesn't know where... Oh! Throw another Molotov at him. We're gonna burn together. Throw another Molotov at him. We're just gonna burn him out. Alright, sounds good. Let's drink some beer. Let's turn invisible again. Actually a pretty useful ability, if I'm being honest. And then let's set a... Let's do this. Let's do the haste buff. Alright, I think we got him. Just gonna tank it. Very good. Boss slain. Definitely getting Dark Souls vibes. Sweet. Sorry, Sergey. You seemed like you were pretty happy, but you did throw a ton of gasoline-filled lit beer bottles at me, and I can't say that my friends normally do that, so just by process of elimination, you had to have been an enemy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Let's get a little healing in with the recently picked up items. We're just gonna scan the floor for anything else. A little scrap. We're running. Where are we? We're on the right, or the bottom left of the screen. Got that nice map completion. I actually do think there's like one spot we missed. Another skill point. Some more gold. This is the exit, right? Yeah. So where does this take us? I guess it probably takes you out, maybe? We'll save. Yeah, it does. It just lets you go and get the items in case you wanted them. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Sewers 3 completed. I ain't got time to bleed. Bada boom, y'all! Thank you for playing the demo of Dungeons of Dusk. Still to come in the full version. 25 plus levels, 8 unique chapters, 4 game modes, custom maps. Yeah, I could totally see custom maps being good. And more. Are you worthy? Wow, that was super fun. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm a big Blobber fan. I'm a big Dusk fan, so this is like my bread and butter. Yeah, I think I'll definitely be checking it out when it comes out. Or when it goes on sale. I'm a big sale guy, so it'll be hard for me to say. But yeah, my thoughts. Fun game. I'm just not a big fan of sewers in general. It feels like a blobber. I wouldn't say it does anything crazy out of the ordinary. Blobbers are blobbers. They can kind of get dull after a while, but they're good in short bursts, and that's kind of how I like them. But yeah, it does everything you would expect, and it's more of the Dusk universe, which you can't go wrong with. Right now, it's out on Steam. You can try the demo out yourself if, it tickles your fancy. This is just one of those many games among the Steam Next Fest, and we're going to try and record a couple more videos of some ones that caught my eye this week. As always, if you enjoyed today's content, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing, interacting with the video, all that good stuff helps the algorithm a great deal, and I appreciate it as well. This has been SpockPlays doing a first look at Dungeons of Dusk. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see you next time.